Hey, what is up, my friends? Welcome back to Day Trade Diary. Today is Thursday, 7th of May, 2026. It is day number 69 of our documented trading journey. I'll give an update about what happened yesterday on the 6th of May. For Oanda, we are at 15,591 US dollars with a 54% exposure rate. And for Binance Bitcoin, we're at 10,319. So relatively unchanged because our exposure rate is just 3% at the moment. Total net asset value, 25,910, which is a record high return to date of plus 10.11%. This is the equivalent of $2,380 gain since we started documenting our trading journey 69 days ago. So yeah, this is what the equity curve or the net asset value curve looks like. So you can see yesterday we were at almost record high, and then today we hit a new all-time high at 10% gain. So what happened to cause this? Not Bitcoin, that's for sure, because we only had 3% exposure. So since our last update was around yesterday, around this candle maybe, nothing has happened. Um, we have buy orders set much lower than the current price because I think that a new dip will be coming. So I'm prepared for that. We have no more take profits above this level. Because I'm not going to close out the remaining 3% exposure that we have in Bitcoin. So nothing much to report for Bitcoin, except that it's been trending really, really strongly in the past month or so from a low of 64,000. What date was that? It was in the 29th of March. So more than a month ago, maybe 5 weeks ago. And it's been in a strong uptrend since, and it peaked yesterday at 82,000, almost 83,000 US dollars. The consensus is that we are still in a bear market and this is a bull trap. So we will not get sucked into chasing it higher, but rather we will wait for it to come down, like what we did for silver. So let's look at what's happening in the commodity space, particularly CFDs. So let's go look at what happened first of all. Um, for silver, we had one take profit. So let's have a look at that. So we had one take profit, which was hit at this trade, which I've since reopened the buy order. So there was a trade here at $76, and then it closed out at $78 around this level for 50 US dollars, I believe. There you go, this one. So it closed down around the 78 level, which we bought at the 76 level. So that was the one take profit that we had for silver. And another take profit looks like it's about to hit. How annoying is this? It always happens. I don't know um, if it's just luck or what. It always teases the take profit and never hits until like maybe later. That take profit, this green line is for this trade here, open at 78.50. So yeah, if it hits, it'll be another 20 US dollars profit. So basically, our net asset value jumped from 15,200, I would say, yesterday, 15,174 to 15,591 due to all the commodities that we have in our CFD trading spiking. So that was for silver. If we go to gold, it paints a similar story. Let's go to portfolio, trades, gold. Zoom up a little bit. So yeah, we had an open trade here. And take profit for that was hit as well. So it opened at around 4,500, and then I think I closed it at 4,700 for 20 US dollars. So that's a nice one. And then for our copper trade, we have closed that out, but let's look at where it hit. Yeah, so this was the copper trade. I've since reopened it, of course, but then the previous trade was open here at 5.75 roughly, and it hit the take profit at $6.15 for 20 US dollars. So yeah, we had 3 take profits in CFDs yesterday: 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 copper. Let's look at our positions. So bonds, we still have that open. Oh, it's in profit now. So yeah, there you go. But we only have bought 1 unit. So yeah, it's just basically a test to try it out. How about the rest? Let's look at China A50. Yeah, we have buy order set below. Crude oil is dumping a little bit, but we have some buy orders at $80. Copper, yeah, we have seen copper is spiked up and we took profit. So copper trade opened at here and then it took profit around this level. So that's a nice result. S&P 500. This keeps going and going and going. I don't know how this is sustainable. Everyone's in disbelief, to be honest, about this kind of price action. Oh, by the way, you see the light behind me? This light? So whenever we're having a positive day, then I'll turn the LED light green. Whenever it's a negative day, then I'll turn it red. Yeah, so we immediately know if it's going to be an up day or down day based on the color of the light behind me. Yeah, so last one, let's take a quick peek at gold. This is on the daily chart. So yeah, it seems to be in a range. Let's see what happens. I've set my buy orders a little bit more wide apart now in the ladder because I'm quite nervous about what's about to happen. Various countries have raised interest rates, so that doesn't bode well for the economy. As we know, raising interest rates means borrowing becomes more expensive, and when borrowing becomes more expensive, the business environment gets tougher, and companies then tend to not borrow as much and not expand their capital spend. So we need to be quite wary about that. But yeah, all in all, it's been a great 69 days in terms of profit. We're at 10%. What happens if you analyze that? So if we take a calculator and then we say, okay, 365 calendar days divided by 69. So what's that? 5.2, and then we multiply that by 10.11. So yeah, this is our estimate of our yearly gain, which is 53% gain. Not too shabby. 53% annualized would be amazing. So let's see if we can keep up the momentum, keep trading this strategy. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if the markets are down or up, just as long as we pick the right assets and then we ride the range or we ride the trend up. When the trend is down, we need to just be wary of our trade size, our positions, as well as how widespread the ladder is, how the interspacing between the ladder size is important. But yeah, so it's been a good result, and thank you guys for following me along this journey. Let me just put this down here so you can see the net asset value. Yeah, there it is. It's been a great ride in the last 69 days. I hope to do a 100-day summary of all our trades and take it from there every 100 days. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care now. Bye bye.